But imagine you're 25 years old and your 50-year-old parent, has a drug problem.
I see that a lot, actually. People will come to me and they're actually in their 20s, and the problem is their parents.
Right.
And they're like, what do I do?
It's very bizarre.
Well, it seems bizarre, but there's a lot of situations where the children actually raise the parents.
Right.
Right. We've seen that a lot. Latchkey kids in the 80s, was the big term, and where the parents were out working or abandoning the family, and the kids ended up having to take care of their own parents, and that leads to all sorts of problems down the line. And then often these people become addicts themselves because they tend to replicate what their parents did and try to figure out what the motivation was, or why was it that mom and dad liked to use drugs or drink all the time. Even though it ruined my childhood, I have a question about why they would have choose drugs and alcohol over me as a child. And so unfortunately they end up going out and using themselves and repeating the cycle of addiction.
But it's how many people, and we face this all the time, people go, what's the point? I'm 55, I'm 60 years old. Why should I get sober? I mean, I'm done. But the thing is, you might live an extra 40 years these days. So why live those years?
Oh, it's also collateral damage. I might as well use some military terms with what's going on with Sirius. So, it's collateral damage. It's not just yourself that you're affecting when you're using. You're affecting all the people around you, and you're affecting society on the whole. And, I realize that it's tough for people to reach out and get help. And it takes 7 years on average when people really have a really bad problem before they'll pick up the phone and call and say, hey, you know what, I'm done with this. I've hit the bottom. I really need some help. And they reach out, and sometimes they get the right phone call. They call the right people. Sometimes they don't. That's what we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about, different types of treatment and how to do this right and give people the right opportunity to get sober.